Howdy, folks. How is everyone today, and how is the sound? What have you been up to today? Let me know in chat. Late Full Girl says, "Hi, I'm new here. Welcome. Hope you have fun. Hope you have fun today or tonight." Evan also gives you a greeting in Pixar style. Hi, Cameron. Leo says, "Time for CGI noms." Just makes me imagine what CGI even tastes like. Probably not very tasty. I say that as someone that has experimented with CGI animation. To be honest, out of all the animation techniques I experimented with while studying animation at university, CGI was probably right at the bottom. So frustrating. It really made me respect CGI animators so much, how they have that patience. And I say that as a stop motion animator. Sounds good. Excellent. Cameron says, "I have been rewatching Doctor Who today." Ooh. By rewatching, do you mean like recent episodes or classic episodes? Leo says, tastes like electric pixels. Isn't there... Oh, it just makes me think of like there's... What is... I swear, I'm thinking of like a character who actually eats like... Doesn't Sparky from Lilo and Stitch eat electricity? Was it him? Dang, who was it? There was a character that used to eat electricity. There's probably a few of them. I don't know why I can't remember any of them. Matt, Pixar always makes the food look so good the way they animate it. They do, but I'll admit that going through all like the food catalogs of the Pixar library, A, there's not that many, and B, a lot of them are kind of joke foods. I feel like a lot of the reputation that Pixar have for their food particularly comes from Ratatouille. You'll see. I'll admit that like looking at what Pixar have done compared to like what Disney have done for their food, it's a big difference. Cameron says David Tennant era. David Tennant. Oh, okay. I think that I remember when that was like premiering on BBC. But I mainly grew up with like the black and white Doctor Who, and I remember like, black and white Daleks really traumatized me as a kid. Pixar food looks good. It does look good, for the most part. Again, you'll see. It's what you have to remember is that this is Pixar, the first studio to do CGI animated films. So a couple of their foods, when you go back, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when we start. We'll be beginning very, very shortly. Matt, I watched a Disney movie I hadn't seen yet today, The Gnome-mobile. Oh, I know about that. It was the film where they tried to bring back the kids from Mary Poppins, wasn't it? Is that actually any good? It sounds like it seems to be like one of the more obscure Disney movies that came out of that era. Leo says, "I'm surprised by how many I don't immediately recognize." Yeah, there was you'll see. They'll make sense when I explain. I kind of struggled with the Pixar one. I honestly did. There's not that much food in Pixar films. There really isn't. I tried to go through so many. And there's a lot of sushi. I had to pick one sushi. I didn't want too much sushi, but like, yeah, they really like to animate their sushi. Cameron, the Daleks gave me nightmares as a kid. They didn't scare me in once they became colour. They didn't scare me anymore. But like in black and white, they freaked me out. They really did. I don't know how I ended up watching like reruns of the black and white Doctor Who. Like really far back. That is. That's like when it first ever started. Okay, let's get the ball rolling. Let's start this. So the first thing we're gonna talk. This is what I mean. You're gonna see what I mean. You're gonna see what I mean. Like why it was a struggle to kind of like go through all the foods for this and what counted and what didn't count and hang on, where is it? Dang it! Give me a second. There we go. So the first one is it even gonna show up? Oh, that's why I've done that. Okay, so the first one is the poo-poo platter from Bugs Life. Technically, it's food. Technically. and it's also animated back when it was the second Pixar film as well. So it's not even well rendered poop. To be fair, they at least cut it. They've cut the poop. They've tried to make it presentable. It kind of looks like a cake. I give them credit for that. It is going to taste like shit, literal shit. At least this restaurant has put the effort in. Leo says, I did not recognize that. I'm sorry, what is it called? It's called the Poo Poo Platter. It is a one-joke food. It's when Flick goes into the city and goes to that restaurant, and like a bug comes out and goes, hey, who ordered the Poo Poo Platter? And then a bunch of flies come over and get it. This is definitely D. Of course it's D. I can't imagine anyone arguing for it being any higher than D. Late forgot. I forgot that was in the movie. Yeah, it's a very quick moment. Very, very quick. When I was looking for examples of food from Pixar, this counted for some reason. Hi, Dunn. Dude, what is this? Pink flamingos? They should have called it the Divine Platter. Made it even fancier. Leo, so the brown stuff is dog shit and the icing is purple. I didn't notice that. Oh, I love that. There seems to be like icing in the center as well. Done. I've seen that on Bugs Life trailer. I'm gonna be sick. We'll get through this one fast then. Evan, to be fair, wasn't the platter world hyped by the bugs? They did. The flies enjoy it. It doesn't matter how many arguments we make. Not one of us is going to be convinced, okay, this deserves higher than a D. Leo says, you're being generous by not allowing any lower than a D. There isn't any lower than a D. Matt Chat, the mosquito who orders a Bloody Mary was voiced by Roger Bumpus, aka Squidward. Yes, I know of that. Train Lover, finally had time to come to another one of your streams. Awesome to see you, Train Lover. Leo, Jesus Web, we're off to a strong start, aren't we? It's because a lot of these are done in alphabetical order, and it's like at Bugs Life, and that's why Poo Poo Platter is one that comes first. Okay, so without a doubt, it is definitely, absolutely D tier. There's no arguing. Like, we've had debates before on these tier lists, but this is one where I feel like the consensus cannot be stopped. We found something worse than Cookie Slop from Atlantis. So the next one, bear with me, is the it's a spell cake. No, it's not. That's the inside out broccoli. Why is that? See, this is weird. Hang on, I'm just gonna fix this. It's acting really strange. Okay, that's better. Right. So I just need to find. I really should have put these in order on Streamlabs. What am I looking for again? The magic. So I'm looking for the magic cake from Brave. The spell cake. There we go. Got it. Okay. So the magic cake. That does look really nice. That look. I like how neat it is. It's a really neat cake. And you got the icing powder. You got a nice little jam circle center. It looks maybe a bit too big to have on its own. Maybe a slice. And the thing is, yes, it will turn you into a bear, as far as I remember. But why would you complain about that if you could be turned into anything? I would be down for being turned into a bear. You get to eat a delicious Scottish dessert and then turn into a bear. Where's the issue? Evan says, I'd give that cake a C because on the one hand it looks delicious, but on the other hand I don't want to be cursed by an evil spell. I don't mind a spell where I turn into a bear. I'd love to be a bear. that would be awesome, and just live in the forest as a bear. And like, yeah, I'd like it. And if any humans started annoying me, I'd just go, Brr! Dunn says it looks like an eye. Kind of does, yeah. Looks like Mike Wazowski's eye. Leah says, ooh, a sweet jammy cake that'll turn me into a bear. As long as I have an antidote on hand, then I'll go for it. I want bear cake. What? I've not seen Brave in years, so like, what was the antidote again? Wasn't something really kind of complicated? It was something very complicated. So I think it loses points because the antidote isn't something we go like, ooh, done. Fix that, I don't want to be a bear anymore. Done. I saw a very hairy guy. He looked like a bear. Evan, but what if the spell also turns you evil like it did to Mordu? Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? It turns you evil. Okay. So what if you could find the antidote before you turned evil? I'm just thinking, is this worth it? Is the cake even worth it? Leo, plus the idea of this cake is ticking some D&D vibes. Yeah, it does have like a D&D vibe to it, yeah. That's like, late full girl. I remember Eleanor said it tasted interesting, which is really a nice way of saying I don't like it. True. But you can't go wrong with jam and icing powder. My Chad, it always looked like it would taste good, but I wouldn't like the whole being a bear thing. Don says, it looks good, but I would put my life at risk by turning to a bear. Cameron says, I would like to be a bear. The cake looks good. Great. I'm mixed. I think I'm probably going to go with B, because A, it does look really tasty, and B, the bear thing, as flawed as it is, because you really have to, like, scramble around to turn back to human once you are a bear, maybe it's kind of worth it, because bears are awesome. Leo, ooh, what if there's different cakes for different bears? One for black bear, one for polar, spirit, smoke, brown, Pisley, or do you mean grizzly, etc. Me wanting. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Like, lots of different kinds of cakes based on the kind of bear you'd be. Yeah, I'm gonna go with B. Is everyone gonna agree this is a B? Or am I being too generous? I'm sorry, it's very hard to convince me being a bear is bad. It's like one of the coolest animals. So yeah, do people agree it's a B? Evan says, go for it, it's your list. I like to hear people out. B? B for bear. Oh, it's a good point. Yeah, B, definitely B. You make a good point. Okay. So the next one is the Brave Sweet Buns. These. Oh, they look so freaking nice. They kind of look like, they've got like a hot cross bun thing going for them, even though they don't have crosses on them, if you know what I mean. I'm not sure what fruit is on top. The icing looks amazing though. The glazing on that freaking bun. And calling it sweet bun makes it sound even sweeter. Alright, Leo says Polo and Grizzly is called a Pisley or a Growler. They're real. I had no idea. Pisley makes it sound like it's a bear made out of pizza. Which I would love. That needs to be real. I want a pizza bear. So Aaron says, better the cake since they don't turn you into a bear or evil. Yeah, yeah. I'd say it's definitely above a B. It's kind of hard to really get an idea of it because of the lighting of the scene. It's a little difficult to see what its natural color is. Train Lover, that's an A, no question. Dumbledore says that looks so good. Late Full Girl, they look pretty good. Yeah, that's the thing. I'd say that, like, yeah, they look very delicious, but they're not in a tier where I'm like, oh, I want that. Why isn't that real? I'm kind of like, looks nice, looks sweet. Does anyone have any update to what that fruit is? Liam says, I like the look of the sweet buns. Usually I don't like cherries on top. It's a cherry. I like cherries. But the rest of the cake gives me the same vibes as the sweet buns from Skyrim, and those already look and sound divine. So maybe an A? I'll probably go for an A for this one. Again, I wish the lighting was a bit brighter so I could, in this scene, so I could see it a bit more. And maybe I actually have, I can't remember. Do the characters enjoy eating them? I can't remember. But yeah, I'd say that's an A. Everyone agreed that's an A. The sweet buns from Brave, are they an A? Or is someone going to argue that it should be an S? Cameron says it looks like a C for me. Sorry. Okay, no worries, no worries. Never apologise, mate. Leo, yeah, they look nice, but not Skyrim sweet buns good. Evan, I think Merida's brothers love them. I do have a very childish taste when it comes to desserts, so maybe I would love them as well. Leo, say what you like about British cooking, but we've always nailed desserts. Agreed, yeah. It's one of the only things we've been good at and that we've not resorted to stealing. Liam Benares, 1999. How many sweet buns would you be able to take? I don't know. See, I can actually eat quite a lot. So I could probably eat that whole pile. I probably could. I've actually considered like entering like an eating contest. Computer guy, good evening. I'm late. What did I miss? Also, yum. You've not missed anything really besides the magic cake from Brave and the poo poo platter from Bugs Life. We're on to sweet buns from Brave. But yeah, everyone's saying A. Everyone's agreeing A. Leo says A if only because there's no bear related side effects. Yeah, it's just a step. It's not great, but it's a step up. I mean, it's not outstanding, but it's a step up from being turned into an evil bear, and it does look pretty damn tasty. So yeah, A, I agree. Whoa. Okay, so the next up, wow, yeah, this counts. The seeds and berries from A Bug's Life. Again, this is what I mean when it comes to the fact that when you look at early PIXAR, the food doesn't look right because of the low rendering. That doesn't even look like seeds or berries, if I'm honest. It kind of does, kind of doesn't. Like, the seeds have, like, a really weird stretch to them and stuff. The berries look nice. It's a... I mean, like, it would be a nice amount as well. Like, that kind of looks like a mountain from an ant's perspective, but that would be like a trail mix bag. Kind of. Evan says, I don't think I have anything... about the offering since no one even ate them. Yeah, no one ate them, so you're not really sure how well they tasted. They were more of a prop. Well, it's just some seeds. I like seeds, especially if they're salty but still. Well, there's berries thrown in as well. Keep in mind the berries. And I think there should be nuts as well. I think there's some nuts put in there. Train Lover says, ooh, that's unquestionable D. I wouldn't go that far. It's definitely not a D. I like my seeds and berries and my nuts mixed together. It does look bland, I will agree, Late Fall Girl. Liam, are we ranking these from the perspective of the characters or ourselves? Ourselves. But it's okay. Ourselves, but like we also kind of like take into account the characters' reactions because that can affect how we perceive the taste. Dunn says it looks like poison. What? Leah says, this is so funny to look at, looking at what I know now. I know that raw seeds and berries taste like. Maybe the berries would be cool when you're ant-sized. Yeah, oh, that's a really good point. The berries would be huge. They'd be like a dessert. They'd be a massive dessert. That's kind of sick. But I'm not an ant, unfortunately. When I say unfortunately, I don't want to be an ant. I want to be a bear. A bear or a monkey, or an anglerfish. Goobadood. So it's basically trail mix. I'll take it. I would say it's probably like a C. Probably like a high C. Like I like my seeds, berries, and nuts, but because of the rendering, it just doesn't look that appetizing. It just looks like a bunch of shapes. Matcha. If you were lost in the wilderness, this would be what you would eat. Yeah, pretty much. No, seeds and berries are still good, but it's nothing much. Leo says, I'd say S or D. They're not gross, but not appetizing, just bland. Dunn says, I wouldn't eat raw seeds, but I know my dad will eat them for breakfast. Leo says, depends if the berries are good. We don't know because characters didn't try them, as far as I remember. Computer Guy says, so either on top or at the bottom. I'm going to go with C. I'm probably going to go with C. Yeah, I'm fine with C. Okay, so the next one is a food from Coco. Let me find the picture. Sorry if I pronounce this wrong, but I think it's tamales. And they're kind of like a dough that you cover with like a banana leaf. And I've seen pictures, and it does look really good. And I think what makes these look particularly good is the fact that they're made with love. They're made with a grandma's love. Matt Chat says you pronounce them tamales. Here we go. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm gonna draw a lot in front of the stream, I fear. So this is why I made sure to eat before the stream. But yeah, these I don't really have much else to say because I've never tried any of these tamales before. But I'd be up for it. I'd be totally up for it. I just don't know what I can really say about it, if I'm honest. Has anyone in chat tried them before? Leo says, I don't know what those are, and I've never tried them, but I've taken a cursory glance at Mexican desserts, and some do look bloody nice. I don't think it's a dessert. I'm not sure. I think it's like a main. I can't remember. Late Fall Girl. I never tried them, but they look good. Kabugan says, I haven't either, but it sure looks good. Is there anyone Mexican in chat tonight, please, that can confirm that these taste good? Anyone? Because I've got nothing, I'm afraid. I want to give it a fair ranking, but I'm just gonna work off what I can see. It looks nice, I guess. Binging with Babish made a video about this dish. It's quite hard to prepare. Ooh, that does kind of put me off slightly because I'm a very busy person. So it kind of loses points for preparation. I like my food where I can be like maybe even faster than that. So yeah, any thoughts on this one? Because I don't know where to rank it fairly. Based on what it looks like, it does look nice, and again, made with grandma's love. Done. I can relate to Miguel because my grandmother knows I want more food. Ah, Leo, I've just seen them described as the Mexican energy bar. I don't know what to make of that. don't know how that helps. They make you energetic. That's good, I guess. Huh. I really wish there was like a question mark routine. It's hard to tell because it's covered with the banana leaf, so it's really Guy, can you keep it for later? I'll try to find the ingredients used in this recipe so you could at least imagine what it tastes like. I could save it, but I'd rather kind of get it done now. Dunn says B tier. Dunn, have you tried one before? You sound very confident with the tier rankings, so maybe you have tried it. Evan says I'll probably give it a B or an A, just not an S. Leaf says apparently they're very corn based. I really wish I had more to work with. Can somebody like make me one and then post it to me? Liam says most tamales are made from cornbread and cheese. Oh, it's gone up. I love my cheese. Love my cheese. Okay. I'm going to put it in S tier because it's got cheese. Here, it seems they can be filled with meats, beans, cheeses. Oh, okay, now I'm getting an idea what they're like. Oh, now I'm hungry for them. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do a S tier. I'm going to do a S tier just because it sounds really nice. And I'm a sucker for cheese, anything cheese related. I get genuinely upset if I have no cheese in my house. Okay, so what's the next one? The next one is the broccoli pizza from Inside Out. Here's the thing, I really love broccoli. I love it. And broccoli with cheese sauce is really, really nice. So maybe it tastes good on pizza. And my favorite pizza topping to have is vegetarian. I like a bunch of vegetables on my pizza. So I'm down for this one. I'm 100% down for this one. Kind of, 100% is maybe too generous because there's probably a bit too much cheese compared to bread on that one. I don't like too much cheese. As much as I absolutely adore cheese, if too much cheese on my pizza, I feel a bit sickly. And there's maybe too many broccoli. I think they should have spaced out a bit more. Yeah, so it's not great. And the person who made it looks like they bought his house. It's probably not made with love. Evan, FOD tier due to the film's portrayal of the pizza. Again, it's fine. Vegetable pizza exists, so it's not a terrible portrayal. Broccoli's awesome. Duns, I love pizza and somewhat broccoli, but it doesn't look good as a topping. I feel like if it was in better hands, it could look a lot better. I just like the idea. I like the idea of broccoli pizza. Liam says broccoli is underrated. Thank you. I don't know why it's made to look disgusting in cartoons. Yeah, agreed. Leo says, I love broccoli. Broccoli and spinach are my favourite greens. On the opposite side, Brussels sprouts and cauliflowers don't like. Same. I hate cauliflower and I hate Brussels sprouts. Cameron, see, not a fan of broccoli. I knew this was going to divide people because it depends how much you like your broccoli. No, I'd reckon I'd like the broccoli pizza. Evan, if you don't like too much cheese, you should watch the You Know What's Bullshit episode on cream cheese. Okay. Kiwi Guy, vegetarian pizza is wonderful. I won't lie. Vegetarian food tastes great, but this pizza looks doo-doo. Leo, I think in the Japanese version they changed the pizza to green bell peppers, which is even better. Yes, so yeah, it is, and it's not just on the pizza. It's also when Riley's a baby as well. In the Japanese version, she's eating green bell peppers because in Japan they're considered the vegetable that kids hate the most. Matt Chad, it looks greasy, so I would say C tier. You know, I am leaning towards C tier because there's a lot of flaws I've found already, and I think a lot of my praise is coming from the idea of a broccoli pizza, not the execution. The execution in the film, it's like, again, there's too much broccoli and they're all squashed together. There's more cheese than actual bread. The person who made it looks like they want to die. And they look like they've not even cut the pizza properly. But like, it's pizza. I've had low tier pizza before at takeaways and I still eat it. So it's not awful. I'd say probably a B. I'm gonna go with B for me. I love pizza that has bacon, chicken, and pepperoni. So you're like a meat feast. You're like a meat feast then. Liam, at least it's not zucchini. Kaboot Guy, hey, don't diss zucchini like that. I've never seen someone so defensive about zucchini before. Everyone's like, I like zucchini. We've started a zucchini war in chat now. Leo, actually, when Riley's a baby, it's green beans, but on the pizza, it's bell peppers. Alright, okay. Apparently, Japanese kids don't like both. Good guy, let me put this way. I'd rather eat pineapple pizza, which is not that bad, rather than that. Fair. Lee, I'd say B. I can already see how a better cook could make something amazing with this. Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's the execution. She screwed it up. It's her fault that it's come out like this. She made this food lose points. So I'm gonna go with B. I would eat it. I would totally eat it. I have my problems with it, but I would definitely chomp on it. Okay, so the next one. Oh, this is just gonna go straight into S tier when I find it. The pasta from Luca. Sorry, it's S tier. Automatic S tier. S tier. No one's gonna debate me out of it not being S tier. It is so. It's one of the best animated movie foods I've ever seen. So first of all, I think it's got pesto sauce, and I love pesto sauce. It's like homemade Italian pasta as well, so it's gonna be absolutely amazing, and it's made by a father's love. And most importantly, when our characters eat it, they look like they're eating gold. There's just so much to love about it. There really is. I love the presentation. It looks like he's really carefully put it into that bowl. It's really difficult to put like pasta into a bowl without it like splashing everywhere, but he looks like he's really been careful with it. So yeah, absolutely S tier. Absolutely S tier. Leah says, oof, want. Yes, it's so good. Done. Oh yes, I want some right flipping now. See what I mean? It's so good. Liam, pasta is triple SSS in every animated movie ever. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen pasta badly done in something before. Evan, personally, I don't like any sauce. Can we go pasta equals goodness? Leo, S. Done says S tier for sure. Short of no if, ands, or buts. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that looks absolutely freaking delicious. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. There's not too much sauce, and there's a nice fair share of different things thrown into there, but it all keeps this really beautiful color scheme going for it. It's all this. It's like the nice greens and yellows just put together. Oh, so good. So friggin' good. Could we do more of a fan of marinara or Alfredo? Pesto is too brothy for me. It depends how much pesto you put in, really. I mean, like, I can agree, because sometimes I've had pesto where it's like there's just way too much pesto, and it's like... But, like, if pesto's cooked right, and it looks like it has been there, that doesn't look like it's been soaked in pesto. It looks like a fair amount. Could we guys... Also, basil is awesome. Agreed as well, yeah. Special on pasta. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm sorry, there's zero things wrong with this. It's perfection, and you get to eat it in this lovely Italian countryside home by the seaside, by this adorable himbo dad. Look, there's just no problems. It's one. Liam, I usually don't care for vegetarian food, but I actually quite enjoy pesto sauce. Leo, imagine the garlic in that. Oh my... Look, we gotta move on. We're gonna move on, because yeah, I know I've already eaten today. I don't want to stuff myself trying to recreate the pasta from Luca. That's definitely absolutely 100% S tier. So the next one is the sushi from Monsters Inc. This one's a little tricky though, because the camera doesn't really zoom in on it, and this is again another like early 2000s Pixar, so the more shapes than food. So there's not much to really work with. You do get a shot of like an octopus monster chopping them up, but you don't really see any characters sat there enjoying them going, "Oh!" But to be fair, you don't. I don't think I've ever seen people eat sushi and go, "Oh!" It's just a nice food, and I do really like my sushi. I really love my sushi. Evan, they look more like toy food than actual food. Yeah, I'll agree. They look very plasticky. Good guy, I love sushi, but those sushis don't look that good. Yeah. They look more like buns than sushi. Matt Chan, it's likely got eyeballs and garbage and other stuff that monsters like in it. That's another put off as well, but... Done. I put sushi in D tier because I don't like sushi in general. Fair enough, if that's your reasoning. Liam, what would the monster equivalent of sushi taste like? They seem to enjoy grosser foods. There. Leah says, as long as it's not Fuji, I'll try it. Was that Fugi? I think it's Fugi, isn't it? Yeah, there's nothing to really work with this one. But I'd feel mean just slapping it next to Poo Poo Platter on D tier. I really would. I would say it's on the same ranking as the seeds and berries. I feel like if they had sushi, if they did the same kind of like sushi preparation for like a newer film, then I'd probably like it. They did it for Cars 2, but you don't really see a sushi. You just see a sushi chef with the ingredients. So it doesn't feel like it counts. Can Give me a guy. Oh dear, I think I can actually see an eyeball on there. Oh, okay. I keep forgetting that there's garbage in there. I think it does need to be D tier. Now I think about it, it needs to be D tier because there could be garbage in that. There could be garbage, there could be human eyes. I'm gonna go with D. Yeah, I'm gonna go with D. There's just too much working against this one. It's more than just bland. There's a lot of red flags there as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go with D. Go with D. Sorry. Sorry, Monsters Inc. Sorry, fans of plastic sushi. Yeah, there's an eyeball. See, I'm kind of, yeah, that definitely goes that there. But to be fair, this counts. This is what I warned everyone about at the beginning. Like, everyone was excited. Oh boy, Pixar foods. And I'm like, folks, you do know that like half the Pixar foods are poop and garbage and eyeballs and shit. Of course it's D. Of course it's D. But to be fair, the monsters are very excited when they pour that garbage onto there. Computer guy says, yum, garbage, S tier. Yeah, they all look happy. They all look happy. She does not look happy giving it. So there's no love behind that garbage. I'm wondering why they even need her. There's not really any prep need. She just goes outside and grabs a can and pours it across. There you go. Leo says, hell to the no. You don't even know what's in there. That's the scariest part of like the cafeteria garbage food. You don't know what's in that mix. At least with like the Monsters Inc. sushi, you kind of get an idea from like just the eye. You go, oh, okay, there's gonna be like eyes in there and shit. But this one, there could be syringes in this for all we know. There could be condoms, used condoms in there. You have no idea what's gonna be in that mix. So this is probably the worst. Probably the worst one. Yeah, it is probably the worst one because there probably is gonna be loads of poo-poo platter that's thrown in there as well, which is worse than just one poo-poo platter. Are you sure F is not an option? I feel like it should be, yeah. But yeah, obviously, it's a D. It's definitely a D. Computer guy says maybe C would be more appropriate for the sushi since at least that looks kind of edible compared to that. Yeah, I kind of, after looking at, remembering that there's literal garbage and that there's poo-poo platter, and at least with the sushi, you don't get the impression that there is garbage there. Like, you could insinuate, but it doesn't make it clear that there's garbage there. Well, with the garbage, you can tell straight away that's garbage. So, I agree, computer guy. I think it was a bit harsh to put the plastic sushi with eyeball next to poo-poo and garbage. So yeah, I'm changing my choice. Liam says, at least it prevents littering. True. Still staying on D tier, though. Bin juice. Oh no! I really want like a Z tier after hearing that. Okay, so the next one, of course, this is definitely going to be S tier when I find the friggin' picture. Where's the friggin' picture? Here we go. Potato and leek soup from Ratatouille. First of all, it's food from Ratatouille. It's going to be amazing. It's S tier already. And I love the steam coming from it. I love potato and leek soup already. And Remy is renowned for being an amazing chef, so it's going to taste brilliant. And there is something kind of exciting about this because he's making it secretly. There's a sense of danger there, and like to get a taste of that, you feel like you've got this. You've gone through the same thrill. The taste of thrill and adrenaline is going to be in the soup. So yeah, what do people think? Do people agree that this is absolutely S tier? You can't convince me otherwise. This is one of my favorite soups, and there's so much there that I love. Then again, maybe the soup could have been even better if he wasn't making it in secret, because he could have like focused a bit more. Evan, A tier. It's a little worse than Luca Pasta. Worse. Computer guy, not S tier, but there for sure. Done. The soup looked good, but it's made by a rat. Again, he washes his hands, doesn't he? Does he wash his hands? I know he washes his like the like. No, he does. He does. He definitely washes his hand because the Ghost of Gusto insists now you need to wash your hands. Leo says the colour of the soup makes me think it would be bland, but then I remember it's French. Exactly. So it's likely great. The presence of garlic, herbs, and its Frenchness also alone reminds me I can't equate it to bland leek and potato soups I've had before. English and all. Like, English soups aren't great. Give me a guy. He did wash his hands. Yes. So there you go. He washed his hands. It's not covered in rat poop. Okay. We don't have to put it in D tier next to the literal real poop. But yeah, for me this is S tier. This makes me want to have a soup after stream. I actually do want to have a soup after stream after looking at this. This looks really nice. I think it's just mainly the steam, the steam coming from it. The fact it's still being cooked, and that shows how freaking fresh it is. And just want to put it in a bowl. But yeah, I say S tier. But has anyone got any reasons why it should be lower than S tier? Lateful guy, I'm not a fan of leeks, so I just just A tier for me. Don Blue, in the movie, the critic liked it. I think the critic only has, does he? I can't remember who. No, the critic doesn't have the potato and leek soup. He only has the ratatouille. But there is someone in the restaurant that has the potato and leek soup, like one of the posh customers. And, oh, it's really nice. Tell the chef it's really nice. I want more of this. So it's probably really, really nice. Leo, he does wash his hands. Rats are surprisingly anal retentive animals. They clean themselves more than cats. Wow. They're very clean animals. They just tend to live in less than clean places. Ah, there you go. Oh, a female critic he'd say and really likes it. Okay, so it was a critic that liked it. Okay, there you go. It's got the critic's praise as well. Look, I just can't forget anything I've got against this one. I really like it, and I really want a potato and leek soup now. I did not want to come out of this stream wanting food. Liam, I don't remember much, but I don't think we saw much of the soup prepared, only when boiling the pot. No, he definitely does prepare it, because like he keeps sneaking back to add more. And then he spins it and then tastes it and like he's trying to fix the soup. That's what the whole scene's about. So yeah, the female critic really liked it. It looks delicious. I'm S tier. I'm cool with S tier. I can't think of. It feels wrong putting any ratatouille meal below S. Leah, plus we have to think the first soup made him want to vomit, which is funny because rats can't vomit, and he managed to take that and turn it into something amazing. That alone is a talent. Yes, that's a fantastic point. I'm going with S, but that's probably because I feel like I'm the only person here in the stream that actually likes potato and leek soup. But I really do like my soups and I really like potatoes. Okay, so the next one obviously is going to go straight to S. It's the ratatouille from Ratatouille. What more can you say? Look at that amazing, delicate precision in the presentation. Look at the way that the sauce is put around it. Oh, look at the glazing, just so good, so freaking good. And most importantly, Anton Ego, one of the stuffiest, one of the grumpiest critics in the whole Pixar universe, is like, oh, it reminds me of my childhood. It's S tier. You can't convince me otherwise. John says, dang, that is a masterpiece. It really is. It just looks so luxurious as well. It feels like you're gonna get your money's worth. It's like, yeah, that's not like a massive meal, but it looks luxurious and classy. Computer Game, Ratatouille. Now we're talking. It's good. It's healthy. It made Anton's heart grow 3 times its size. That's a good way of putting it. S tier. Matt, I'm going to Disneyland Paris in the summer, and I'm praying that they serve this. I've not been to Disneyland Paris since I was a teenager, so I can't say. Leo, Ratatouille is one that's puzzling because I think the vegetables and tomatoes can't be an exciting dish. But again, French and the presentation and the thin cuts of the veggie makes me think the flavors would melt beautifully. Oh, dang. I want it now. I want to go to Disneyland and have one. Done Dunn says, I hope it's not expensive. It looks very expensive. I've seen foods like that in Michelin star restaurants in Sheffield, and the price is always like friggin' massive. So yeah. Cameron, I was joking around saying that imagine if it gave the critic a heart attack. Jeez. Leo, then again, I've had vegetable lasagna before, and that was nice compared to regular lasagna, which makes me gag. It's a better version of that. Then it should be amazing. Good guy, there are also herbs in ratatouille, trust me, and it's an amazing dish and cheap on top of that. But would it increase in price because of the presentation? That's what I'm curious about. Because like I've seen Michelin star menus, and I've seen pictures, and it's like, why is that price? And I think it is mainly the presentation why the price gets knocked up really high. But yeah, there's no arguing. This is S tier. This is absolutely S tier. This is like one of if you ever think about, hey, what's the best, the defining best food in an animated film, everyone is going to immediately go Ratatouille. So absolutely 100% S tier. Billy says, hello Jammy, am I late? I think we're always got like three more foods to go through, but keep in mind that I have a second channel, Jambareeqi Highlights. That's where I archive all my streams, so even if you've missed any of this, you can rewatch it when it goes up later. Matchup, Ratatouille is one of my favorite foods, and it tastes even better with melted cheese. Oh, love melted cheese on anything, to be honest. Here we go. Anything served in a 3-star restaurant would be expensive, of course. I'm talking about homemade ratatouille. Alright, exactly, yeah. Liam, never tried ratatouille, but it looks divine. I used to have ratatouille as a kid. I remember my dad or mum making it a lot. Okay, so the next one. This is going to be so disappointing because now we've gone through all the fancy foods. Now we have to go back to the weird joke foods. All the tacky foods. So the next one, if it loads. Where is it? So the next one is the cheese puffs from Toy Story 2. I don't even know what to say about this. It's just cheese puffs. Someone's just followed, and oh yeah, so it's Craftini. Thank you for following. I don't know what to really. The scene's not really focused on making the cheese puffs look good, because that's not the point. But to be fair, Bullseye finds it so delicious that he's distracted and he eats. Is that the only time that a toy is eaten? Evan says they look like Cheetos, which I despise. Also, what makes this worse is Al's breath, what he smelled. Dunn says dear tier is basic. Guy, well, I like cheese puffs. It's just cheese puffs, but cheese puffs taste good. Leo, C, decent snack. Guy, yes, C seems fair. Yeah, I'd say it is C. It is very much C. Like, I can't complain. For us, like for the UK, the thing I would think of straight away is something called Whatsits. They're like Whatsits crisps, and they're not my favorite crisps, but I like them fine. Like if they're the only thing that I have in stock, then I'll eat them. But there's really not much to really say. Yeah, it's just cheese puffs. Evan, I'd rather have the poopy plaid than the cheese puffs. I wouldn't go that far. Definitely wouldn't go that far. Yeah, I'm going to go with C tier. There's not much to really say. It's just cheese puffs. The scene does like a passable job of making you want cheese puffs. Just because, but Bullseye is doing all the work to make it look nice. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna put in C. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so the next one, almost finished now, by the way. The chocolate bar from Up. Not much to really say, if I'm honest. It looks like it's dark chocolate, and I kind of like dark chocolate, but that bar looks quite big for a chocolate bar, and too much dark chocolate makes me sickly. Heck, too much chocolate in general makes me kind of sickly. But Kevin really enjoys it. I think the biggest put off for the whole chocolate bar is the fact that he's eating it in like a really, really hot jungle. it's gonna be all sticky and gross. So yeah, that's a put off as well. So like a big dark flavored chocolate in like a boiling heat weather. We go. Chocolate is better than cheese puffs, and dark chocolate is the best. So probably in B because it's still simple chocolate. I would say yeah, it is B. I mean, like dark. Dark is not my favorite. Dark's probably my least favorite if I'm honest. But I like it. Leo, the wrapping makes it look like a crunch bar. Oh, now I really like it. So I reckon that's what it's meant to be. That's an S tier for me because crunch bars make me think of Egon Spengler. But could you still enjoy it? Could you enjoy a crunch bar that's all sticky and melty and it's gonna get all over your hands? I think I could actually. when I think of crunch bars, I'm probably gonna go with A. If it's got a crunch bar flavor to it, then yeah. It's the only put off for me is the fact that it's kind of sticky. At B tier because it's chocolate, but it's not fancy or anything. Can we go 99% chocolate is just chef's kiss if you just let it melt on your tongue just before sipping on a warm drink like tea. But again, keep in mind while we're eating this, we don't want to be warm. if I was in Russell's situation, I'd want ice cream or ice lolly. Craftinia says B minus. Or lower T of B. I'm gonna go with A. Probably like a low A. I'm gonna go with a low A. It's just a chocolate bar. It's kind of like a crunch bar, kind of not. It's just the stickiness. Leo, of course, my mate and I used to stick our caramel bars on the radiators in college, then suck out the meaty goodness from the wrapper. I've never ever seen anyone describe a chocolate bar as meaty. Yeah, low A. I'm gonna go with a low A. Low A. Yeah. It's definitely on the same. It's definitely on the same ranking as like the sweet buns, I'd say. Okay, so the last one. So the final one. This is one of my shorter tier list streams because there's not that many PIXAR foods. The drinkable fluids from Wall-E. I don't know what to make of this. I really don't. I don't. I don't know if I have anything to say about this because it's kind of cool on a futuristic level, but I doubt it tastes good because like they're meant to be like regular foods, but like it turned into smoothies. So like they're like hot dog smoothies and burger smoothies, and actually burger smoothies won't be too bad, but hot dog smoothies, I don't know. I've never tried it. Here we go. Wait, there are no more foods in PIXAR films. Also, I imagine this drink is having no taste or a synthetic taste. Yes, definitely a synthetic taste to it. So either C or D. Done. Is it gas? It's just a fluid. Leo, I'm not drinking anything if I don't know what it is. Again, I think what they're meant to be, I mean, if this is hinted in the actual film, is that what happens is you order a particular kind of regular food and they turn it into a smoothie. Savory food shake sounds foul. I've never tried it, so it's really hard to say, but it does sound like it probably tastes like vomit. The texture will be very vomity. Actually, okay, so one thing I have tried, so I found out that there was supposed to be a hack to making homemade mashed potato if you have no potato in them. One time I was like, I really want mashed potato, but I don't have any potatoes. So what you can do is you put crisps, regular crisps, and you boil them in water, and then you mash them up. Yes, it tastes like mashed potato, but the texture is vomit. So thinking back to that and how much I hated that texture, I'd definitely lose points. Crafting, there's a theory that makes sense because there's space where you can get food, so it's human remains. That's just a theory. I'm glad it's just a theory. Evan, that sounds like a stupid idea to turn food into smoothies. Done. Ooh. I'm going to be sick again. I'm sorry. Can we go? Ooh, interesting. I should try that maybe with less water than you. No, I didn't use that much water, if I'm honest. It's gonna taste like shit because of the texturing. It's naturally gonna taste shit because of the texturing. Leo, I'd sooner eat the people than the drinks. See, I would. It's at least edible compared to poo poo platter and garbage, so it's at least a C tier. It's definitely at least a C tier. And you can hold it in your hands. Plus, who's to say that you can't have those cool chairs while you eat it? If I have to eat drinkable, if I have to eat like savory smoothies to use those chairs, fine, do it. I'll do it. Lakeful Girl, to be fair, this does take place thousands of years in the future. Maybe they found a way to make it good. That's true. But it's also a future that's completely depressing because of the state of it. So, I don't know. I imagine, again, someone made a point earlier on about it tasting very synthetic, and I can imagine that. Evan, this is yet another way to depict the dark side of robots taking over. Computer Guy, yes, it's edible, so C. Yeah, it is at least edible. At least you know what you're going to get, because you get to pick what it is that gets turned into a smoothie. Done. I love curry and rice, and having it as a drink gross. I guess people just don't like to chew their food in the future. That's the whole point, really. It's like they're so lazy that they don't want to eat. They don't want to chew their food. So I'm gonna go. This is definitely like a C tier. Now, there's probably other Pixar foods, but I struggle to find any. For example, yes, the Toy Story films are known for Pizza Planet, but you never actually see the pizza. I've looked everywhere to try and find an example of like a shot of the pizza from Pizza Planet. It's nowhere. You only see, because Woody and Buzz only go to the arcade. They don't go to the restaurant, so you never get to see the pizza. But let me know in chat if there's any Pixar foods that I might have missed, and what your thoughts might be on those Pixar foods. I really did struggle to find any, if I'm honest. That's why I've ended up with poo-poo platter and garbage. But yeah, let's go through all these. Let's go through all them all. So we got S tier's tamales, the pasta from Luca, the potato and leek soup from Ratatouille, and the ratatouille from Ratatouille. A tier is sweet buns and Russell's chocolate bar. B tier is the magic cake and the broccoli pizza. C tier is the seeds, berries, and nuts. The plastic toy sushi with a human eyeball. The cheese puffs and the drinkable savory smoothies. And D tier, last of all, is poo-poo platter and the garbage, the cafeteria garbage. I think that's what makes it even worse. Is like it's not even refined garbage. It's university cafeteria garbage. And I've had uni cafeteria food, and it's like bleh. Snow cones from Monsters Inc. Yeah, technically that could have counted. I don't know why I didn't count that. Any thoughts on the snow cones? Because I can't remember if they were good. I remember, didn't like the Yeti offered them? They even flavored, or they just balls of snow? One is lemon. I mean, like, I've not really tried snow cones before. I can't imagine them. I like slushies. I really like my slushies, or as they're known over here as what are they called in? What do we call slush? I think we do call them slushies over here in the UK. Remy's omelette. Can you remember what? I can't remember him making an omelette. Evan, I think Russell should have eaten the snow cones instead of the chocolate in up. Yeah, true. They were yellow, but the Yeti said it was flavouring. I didn't like that. It's yellow and it's flavouring. Leo, if he's not lying about them being lemon, then I'll try a snow cone. Done. Seaweed and Luca, you forgot. I mean, do they serve the seaweed as food, or is it... Oh, they do, don't they? Because like the actual mer people live off seaweed. Yeah. So I didn't think about that one. Yeah. But it's just seaweed. I like my seaweed, but like not the seaweed that I remember them eating. We got at Linguini's place. They cooked an omelette for these breakfasts. Yes. Yes, they did. Yeah. I can't remember if it was any good though. Did it look any good? My chat, they had steak for dinner in The Incredibles. They did, but it was really hard to like see. Oh, there were some close-up shots. I should have gotten steak. I should have gotten the steak. I can't remember if it was any good. Because again, Incredibles is like early 2000s Pixar. They still were yet to master good-looking food. It's probably like a brown block or something. Slush puppies. Yeah, we don't call. I think we call. Do we call them slush puppies? Yeah, we do, because I find it weird that like America calls slush puppies something else. Matt chat. Oh, I've read that. Evan, you can't have snow cones if you don't flavor it. Lakeful Girl, he made them for the breakfast. It was good. The fish themselves in Finding Nemo. No. You don't. They're not even turned into food in that film. You don't even get fish. Food is not. Nemo is not served as food, okay? But yeah, so what are people's... The snow cones, I'll probably put the snow cones maybe A tier. I mean, like, the Yeti's adorable, so he's probably really good at cooking. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of like, cheery characters are just renowned for being fantastic chefs for some reason. Like Kronk. So snow cones would go in A. The seaweed and Luca probably go in C. The omelette, I probably have to have another look at the picture, but it's omelette, and Remy guided linguine to make it, so it's probably going to be S tier. I'm going to guess it's probably S tier. Evan, didn't Bruce try to eat Marlin and Dory at one point? Yeah, but they're still not food. Fish are not food, they're friends. Cameron, homemade dumplings from Bao. I didn't count the shorts, that's a short film. I'm only counting foods from feature films. The churros in Coco. I really struggled to find like pictures of the churros from Coco. There was ones from like the teaser trailers I could find, but I couldn't find proper pictures from the actual film. But churros are churros. Churros are amazing. I friggin' love churros. I could live off churros if I'm honest. That's S tier. Match at Sweetbread a la Gusto from Ratatouille. Is that where she cracks the bread? Because I remember that scene being amazing. The bread, just any food. If you're going to ask me my thoughts on any food from Ratatouille, they're always going to be S tier. The only one that's going to be in D tier is anything Linguini is made on his own. That's it. Late Fall God, the pizza slice from Seoul. See, the pizza in Seoul does look really damn good, but the fact that the characters can't eat it makes it less appetizing and kind of frustrating. Because it means that the only way you'd be able to eat that particular pizza is if you're a Seoul. Leo says sweetbread means brains. I don't follow, sorry. Each time I think I found another food, it comes from Disney. So maybe you should extend to Disney foods next time. We did. I did a live stream tier list on Disney foods a couple of weeks ago. It's available to watch on my second channel, Jambareeqi Highlights. Cameron, the food Remy was cooking but was struck by lightning. Ah! Yeah, he really enjoyed that. He really enjoyed that. And the way he made it was kind of fun as well. Like Full Guy, they tried it in the real world too. What? Did someone like electrocute a mushroom in real life? With lightning. Leo, here's a fun fact. When everyone laughed their asses off at Hector because he died choking on a chorizo, I'm Mexico, choking on a chorizo, a slang term meaning something else entirely. Now you know why they were roasting him. Dang it. Oh, sweetbread is tribe. Or is that an insult? I'm so confused what... Oh, it is... Yeah, I get what you mean. So sweetbread is a type of, like, meat. I'm vegetarian, so I'm probably not going to like it. Right. Time for me to head off and get on with my next video, which is a ranking video of the Don Bluth sequels. 20 different films. So I really need to get on with that. I'm really hoping to get it finished by Friday or the weekend at the latest. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this stream. Sorry there's not been that many foods for me to go through. I didn't have much time to kind of research for it, but oh well. Hope you're well, hope you're happy, hope you're smiling, hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is for you. And cheers.